So, hello, once again I'm back on my old trustworthy Lenovo Legion 5 Pro AMD edition. Before I will continue, I have to check out if the stream is recording and streaming properly. So I'll move on to the YouTube live streaming page. Yes, nice. This is assuring. Okay, so what is the system information? Let me open it up for you. And of course zoom in like this. So yeah, you can pause the stream or the video when it will be available on my YouTube channel to take a good look at your own pace. We are back on KaOS Linux, Niri Noctalia. Pay attention to the screen resolution, which is 1440p basically, 2560 by 1600, running at 165 Hz. However, I'm recording and streaming today at full 4K, not full 4K, sorry, full 1440p, but 30 FPS. The rest of the system information, just take a good look, and more or less you know the things, except of course this is an important change for today. The GPU is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Mobile or Max-Q if you prefer. And yeah, with these things out of the way, I would like to report to you that migrating to this computer with KaOS Linux, Niri Noctalia, is done. So what is KaOS? Here we are. A lean Qt distribution. KaOS is an independent build from scratch Linux distribution focused on Qt. This is very important for you to know. Going here in news, KaOS Dinit, June 2026. To be precise, June 24th, 2026. After almost 3 years of preparation and close to a year of trials, building, testing and rebuilding, KaOS is proud to present to you a first stable ISO that is fully Dinit based. For those interested in the reason why all these changes, please read System D and the Future of KaOS. Extra things to learn, very important things to know and understand. So please do so if what you will be seeing or already have been seeing is something that you like and enjoy. And also pay attention that as is at the moment, today, and in the past few days of the release, KaOS Linux is not possible for you to stream or record regardless if you have AMD GPU or NVIDIA. And you need to use some kind of a hack, let's just call it a hack, that I have done. And of course I've mentioned this in the KaOS forums. It's this part here that I have posted. So yeah, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just copy paste the commands here and you'll be fine. And then before you run the OBS, you just run a couple of the commands here in the terminal, you leave the terminal open and you do the work. So what are my OBS settings for today? Let me show you. The video is full 1440p as I said, 2560 by 1600, 30 FPS. I'm using hardware encoders of course, FMPEG AAC for the audio and FMPEG VAPI H.264. Sorry, brain derped, sorry. It's NVIDIA H.264, the encoder for the video. And I'm using 16,000 bitrate, and for the file it's MKV. So yeah, what's the deal with this system? So far all of my tests have been going great. For example, the customizations in the top panel here, top bar if you prefer, like how to run the apps, the control center, the options, the settings if you will. And also the date and time, adhering to my Swedish way of seeing things, understanding things. This is also a Swedish calendar that it shows me the weeks. I'm saying this because what they have in place doesn't allow me to do this, so I had to create this one. And also for everything that you are seeing, I'm trying to write the guide. I will give you, of course, my Niri, Noctalia, etc. config files. Also the terminal, if you like what you see in the terminal, like this one for example. Everything will be covered in the guide. And the same thing about the wallpaper jumper, as I like to call it. For example, right now we are on wallpaper 776, and now I will go, for example, to 780, like this. Boom. And it works properly. Everything is in place, everything is in order. And the same is true is for my cursor factory. For example, I'll go ahead and create a new cursor set. Let's just go like this. And then the name, I will go with the usual stuff, like calling it toxic. Then let's just go with this green here, and then the bright yellow here. It will ask me for the size. Everything goes pretty fast, pretty smooth in the background. So now we'll select the cursor size, and boom, it's here. So all the apps that I will load adhere to this change, to this new cursor. I will show you very soon. Here, as you can see. And it doesn't matter if the apps are Flatpaks or native or whatever technology they used to be created by their developers. And the same, of course, with the more complicated apps. Let's go with GIMP, for example. The same is true. So after everything you are doing with the cursor factory, the system adheres to this new one, or vice versa, sorry. So let's do one to change, to go back to another one. Let's go with yellow red again. Okay, selecting the size, and boom, we are back in business. So yeah, everything is in order, everything goes smooth. But we are here, of course, for Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve Studio 21. And today I have a couple things that I would like to mention. For example, I'll go here. I have done a screenshot for you. Let me zoom in. So here are some results. I tried to use one of my OBS recordings as the media file. It's as I said 1440p, and I have exported it using a 4K timeline in a 4K file. The first one that says completed in 3 minutes. Keep always in mind that this file, this OBS capture, was about 9 minutes. So almost 1/3 for the export. With this quality, it's basically Apple's ProRes. And then this is H.264 and H.265. So the quickest one was the H.264 and then the H.265. I must admit that compared to my AMD GPU, no matter how hard I tried, the results simply tell the whole truth. The NVIDIA GPU plays perfectly fine with KaOS Linux and Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve Studio 21. And also I will show you, as I said the other day, you can use my terminal command to run the Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve, or just the icon, which I called it DaVinci Resolve Custom. This is from the installation, this is mine. Installing Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve Studio 21, it was one of the most difficult things that I have done. I wasn't even sure if it will work, but in the end it worked. So yeah, this testing, it's the 1440p file on a 4K timeline, and this time around I did like some random effects, color grading, etc. And I'm pretty sure that in few of them the system will choke, especially now that I'm recording and streaming at the same time. But it's fun for you to see what is going on, even while recording and streaming. So let me, okay. So as you can see, this one plays back at 30 FPS, no problem. Then I will jump. This one is very difficult for the system. As you can see, it's about 6 frames per second, but still, while recording and streaming, not so bad. Then this is another color grading moment, this part here. And yeah, as you can see, no problem. This is another kind of a color grade. This is another effect. And as quite possibly it's clear to you as well, no problem whatsoever, skipping between the timeline. And of course you can jump around with the color grading page, or the audio page, the Fairlight as they call it, or the deliver, and everything goes well. It's like really it's pretty clear to me if you want to use Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve Studio 21, and I'm pretty sure the same must be true for the free version. You need an NVIDIA GPU or maybe a newer AMD generation. These old AMD GPUs that I have in my possession are a no-go. Even when they run, they have nothing, like it's like almost night and day, the performance difference, even with my scripts and all that. Anyway, I will show you again one more time. I'll go in the Fairlight, I'll go here. Let's just go with this one, no problem. I will jump a little bit forward, no problem. Once again, no problem. And go back at edit, play, no problem. Really fantastic performance, everything is smooth. I wouldn't know if this system is a new system or an old system. KaOS Linux, Niri Noctalia and Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve Studio 21 are a match made in heaven, so to speak, in open source heaven, and proprietary with this editor. Anyway, I will quit the app now. I think this is a fine test, a nice conclusion to this question. If KaOS Linux can run this app without any issues, no problem whatsoever. I have shown you in my guides plenty of times. I will do it one more time. Let's just go with I don't recall the exact name, so I'll use the guide itself. Sorry. So I'll just come here on Garuda Mocha, and then here. And as I mentioned at the end of the guide, if you're capturing stuff like myself with my own OBS settings, you just need to do this part here for your capture file to have perfect audio for use with DaVinci Resolve. And this, if you only need to rename the file that this first thing outputs. So very easy to do, just you copy paste and it converts everything inside the folder. You may have like dozens or hundreds of files. This will convert each and every one of them, and it's like literally seconds per each file, like maybe 1 second, 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, but it's just seconds, no matter how long the capture is, be it 20 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes, just barely seconds to convert them, and then even faster to change the name to the original file name, so to speak. Yeah, let me explain a little bit further to make these things clear. I'll use again this one. Basically what I'm talking about is these names here in the media pool. This is the original capture, it has no audio, and this is the converted file which has audio as well. So as you can see, the file names are the same, only the file extension type, file type if you prefer, it's different. The first one is MKV, as I like to capture with my OBS, and the other one is MOV. This is Apple's QuickTime file type basically. So yeah, and these files are like not blowing up in size. I will show you this one as well. So my original capture was like about 400 megabytes, and the converted file was about 500 megabytes. So nothing crazy. And as I said, few seconds in order to have it in your hands. Anyway, I think this is enough for today. As always, thank you for everything, and see you on the next one. Bye.